Alright everyone, this is EpiPin3K bringing you the Bubblebee deck profile. I've done a couple videos now with some duels that involve Bubblebee, and Tyler here has had a chance to test it a little bit, and he has it down to where it runs really consistent. So he's going to share the build with everybody and let you know what the most consistency he could find was.
Alright, so the deck runs 7 monsters. It runs the Stratos. You abuse this guy as much as you can. He searches out the 3 Alias. This has its own engine in the deck that I'll explain in a little bit. And he's just a 19 beats. He's good against Fiendish Chains. He's good against Effect Veilers. You just sit there with dead cards on their field and in their hand. And then Stratos will also search out one of the main OTK engines in the deck, which is the Bubble Man. Being water, he has easy access to Absolute Zero. When you have no cards in hand, you can special him, so you have your cards set on the field a lot, and if you're playing a bad player, they're gonna think you have all good cards instead of bluffs. So another reason why the deck is good. You got 3 duality because it still is a E-Hero deck. It needs its consistency. This deck isn't always OTK. It still has a hero engine. Then it goes to 3 Gemini Spark. Like I said with the Alias, it's like a mini engine. This and 2 Hero Blasts. You can open up with this Hero Blast and Alias, and you have the next 3 turns planned out in your head already. And that's really why I like this deck. It's super versatile and control your opponent. 3 E-Call on the Rhoda. Best cards in the deck. You have 7 monsters. This makes it so you have 11. And you always have any monster you need. If you need Bubble Man, you pretty much have it in your hand. We were testing only 2 Miracle Fusion. We decided to put the 3rd in. It's working great. We used the common so we can see just how often we were drawing this and how much of a difference it was making. It was huge. So I would run 3 in this deck. Shining's too much of a bitch to handle. We were running 3 Warrior Tuning Alive. Makes the deck more OTK-ish, but we want a little bit more control on the field. So we decided to go down to 2, and that card's actually really broke. If you only run 1, I think you're crazy. You need to run at least 2 or 3. 3 MST in the Heavy Storm. OTK decks run that aggro, and 3 MSTs pretty staple in this format. Monster Reborn, Darkhold, and Book of Moon, which are staples in control decks, and makes effects like Stratos' Resolve easily. Solemn Brigade, staples. 2 Torrential, trying to mass clear opponent's field. This is going to be pretty staple this format. 2 Charlotte Road. This card is the most MVP card in the deck. You set your hand so much, you're setting 4 or 5 spells. Having this down, your opponent's just not expecting it a lot of the time. Especially 2. They'll play Dark Hole, not expect another one, play Heavy Storm. It's basically a win condition. 2 Hero Blast, joining this. So good against Insectors, good against Dino Rabbit, good against Windup. Just good against all the big 3 tier decks and the tier 1 decks in the format. And then we were running 3 Warrior Tuning Alive and Super Polymerization. We decided to put these in over it. Super Poly to me is more of a side deck card, especially against Insectors. If you draw Super Poly against Insectors, it's a dead card forever and ever and ever. And this card is staple in the format at 2 or 3, so we decided to run that. Extra deck, 2 Blade Armor Ninjas. We were running 3. I would want 3. Can't get a 3rd right now. But that's the OTK right there. 2 Utopias. You go into this guy more than you think. 2 Shining, main Miracle Fusion target. This card's broke. Gets over everything big. Great Tornado. Air Armor Ninja's a wind, and so is Stratos, and he's actually really good at times. 2 Ocean, Bubble Man. 2 Gaia. This would be an Air Armor Ninja, so I'd be running one of those. Nova Master, broken. Super Polylagia, they don't have a response. This card equals pluses, pluses, pluses for the rest of the game. They have to get rid of it. And then 2 Starlight Road, or 2 Stardust Dragon, sorry, for the 2 Starlight Roads. And that's the deck. I don't have a side deck. Card options I'd play, 3 Effect Veilers, 3 Snow Man-Eaters, 3 Thunder King Ryo. You usually side out of the Bubble Man engine and go into straight anti-meta control. And that's Bubble Beat.
Alright, thanks Tyler.
No problem.